The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests. Aloha, what's going on to all my Ghost Squad out there? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast live. This is live as always over on YouTube. We're also simulcasting over on X, or less formerly known as Twitter. This podcast is powered and fueled this season. I say fueled, I like fueled better. Is fueled this season by our good friends over HRT Tactical. Go check out HRT Tactical. And best plate carrier I've ever used. They got a lot of cool stuff over there. All sorts of gear. If you're a gear junkie like I am, go check out HRT Tactical. Let them know that Ghost sent you. We are filming this in front of a live studio audience, if you'll call it that. If you're watching this in replay, or if you're catching this in podcast form, we love that. Let us know in the comments how bad we're doing and how ugly we are and all that. And it is what it is, but we also invite you to come and join us every Tuesday at 7 Central on the YouTube channel and be part of this awesome audience. We do have a lot of great people out here. If you're new to the community, or if you're just looking for some like-minded people, some great people always hanging out in the chat. So come on over here, be part of the chat and all that. If you want to text into the show, yes, you can text into the show. Utilize the Ghost Tactical Hotline presented by our good friends over at Valiant Dynamics, the Evolver stock, the greatest stock ever for rifles. That number is 530-364-4678. And go check out our friends over at Valiant Dynamics and go check out the Evolver stock. It is seriously the greatest stock you'll ever use. Once you go to the Evolver stock, you'll never, ever, ever use another stock again. It's that good. And I'm not just saying that. It is literally that good. But go check them out. If you're a veteran, really anybody, but especially if you're a veteran and you're in that hole and you're in that darkness and you're looking for some light, call me, text me, email me 24/7. I cannot give you medical advice, but I might be able to walk you through some stuff, talk you through some stuff. More importantly, I can just sit here and listen if that's what you need. If you are looking to get towards some medical attention, remember two things. Number one, you are not alone in this fight. You have a lot of brothers out here that are willing and able to help you in any way possible. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please utilize the Veteran Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255. Or you can text the word TALK to 741-741. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, brother? We'll go through the roll call here in a minute. We haven't done that in a while. But we are spotlighting, as always, United States Marine Corps. If you have any questions on what it takes to earn the title of United States Marine, see the website marines.com. And as always, we are proud members of the Firearms Radio Network and the Self-Defense Radio Network. Go check out all of your favorite pro-gun, pro-2A podcasts over at firearmsradio.net and selfdefenseradio.net. Let's get this off of my ugly mug and say hello to the Mandy. My goodness, my head is much. Let's just go say hi to the merry band of morons this week. We are missing a couple of the regulars. Chris is out doing some family stuff, and he'll be out next week. He's going on vacation. Who can afford a vacation? Barely Chris can. No, he's going to go visit our buddies Chase and TJ down in Florida. So that ought to be interesting stories when he gets back. And Kyle's doing a business thing over at Anderson. They're doing a cookout for the employees, so that must be fun. So he might show up. You never know. I've got a couple links out there for Chase and G-Webs. If they want to jump in, they're more than happy to. But we'll ride with who we are riding with. The ride or dies, if you will. Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a Ginger, my lord, and a flatbed Ford. From the Gun Owners of America and Fully Loaded Reviews, we have, back's killing me, John, the Ginger Soul, Les Bastard. What's up, homie?
Did your back hurt because you're carrying this show? Is that what it is?
Carrying this fucking show.
What's up, homie? It is Tuesday. Special teams, special players.
Special
Here we go.
Tuesday. There we go. All right. What's up, bro? Everything good?
No, everything's good. I am leaving Thursday.
On a jet plane?
On a jet plane Thursday to go to Greenville, South Carolina, to go to Clinton House for the gathering. So if you're going to be at the gathering, stop by and say hi. Right after that, I'm driving my happy butt from Greenville all the way down to Myrtle Beach to go film State of the Second.
Was that a couple hours?
It's like 3.5.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was that far.
Going from one side of the state to the other. So it's going to be a long drive by myself driving back. But super excited to go to the gathering, see you all in person. Stop by, say hi. I know Artek's going to be there. I think he is. A couple other folks will be there. So super excited to go out there and then go film the podcast. Super excited about the guests we're having on this time. So it's going to be a fun time.
Word up. What's going on at FLR? You guys doing some work over there, huh?
Yeah, we just dropped we filmed 5 more videos over the weekend. So we've got a video coming up next week, but this week we dropped a video on the new Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, probably the best shooting 380 I have ever shot, even better than the EZ. It is.
I think the Culver might have something to
I know the tip. The tip is really good. I'm not gonna lie, but for the size and let me rephrase it. The best pocket 380 that I've shot so far.
Really? Have you ever shot a 42?
Yeah, I've shot the 40. It's better than the 42.
I think so too. Just because it's got a little bigger frame, a little heavier frame. Like I said, I was one of those people that I have the original Bodyguard, and I've got it, and I've had it forever. Did I like it? I mean, I like what it was. You know, it's like do I really like that or the LCP or LC? You know, not really, but for what they were great back in the day. So I was a little skeptical, I'm not gonna lie, about the 2.0. And then what was it? Oh, is it Goals range day?
Yeah, it was Goals.
And I think it was maybe Snob or someone, or maybe a OB or someone came over and says, "Hey," he's like, "If you shot the Bodyguard," I was like, "Nah, I probably won't." He goes, "You need to." And I went over there and shot it, and I was like, "Oh snap!" Yeah. Probably the biggest pleasant surprise last year for sure.
Yeah, I would claim that and I'm going to make a bold claim that it's probably, I know it came out in 2024, but I'm going to say it's one of the best shooting guns of 2025. I will say this. I've gotten some weird comments so far on that. Yeah. One guy wrote an entire dissertation. It was way too long to read, but my question to the group right now, because I'm going to pose this question: Bodyguard 2.0 and 30 super carry that was brought up. I would like to see it in 9mm. I think it would be a fantastic 9. They'd have to size it up a little bit, and it would compete with the Shield. But somebody brought up 30 super carry. I don't have a lot of
super. Why not like a 38 super?
No, it'd be too. 30 super carry would probably be the biggest you could put into it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it'd fly all to pieces. What are you talking about?
Too much pressure, too much energy coming through there, or what?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 38 super is like a hot cartridge right now. I figured that everyone's going to jump into that. Matter of fact,
you're talking 30 super?
38 super.
It's hot. There's only like one gun out there for it. And this is
there's a couple more coming down the line. We just got some. Oh yeah, here's one from our good friends down in Florida coming out.
They're super niche is the thing, but yeah.
So
30 super you would have to size up as well.
Would you have to size it up much?
Yeah, you'd have to size it up to yeah. I mean, you'd have to size
because
it up
are you talking because of pressure or what?
Because of the length. Because of the length, it wouldn't. You were not going to beat through the mag.
What is the case size on 30 super carry? Clover, what's the closest thing?
30 super carry or 38 super? There's no 38 super carry.
No, 30 super carry.
Oh, I think it's a 38 super carry. Like
okay. No, okay.
Yeah, you will if you're not careful. I don't know. It's a good question. It is like a 32 ACP super long.
is it-
Cartridge dimensions. Let's see what the
Length is
cartridge
going to be the
dimensions-
issue. The issue is not going to be. I don't even think issue would.
The length
I don't
1.1.
know.
what's 380?
380.
I don't know. Around one.
0.984.
So it'd be a small.
A couple.
bump.
Yeah. What? 2/10 probably.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
mean that's. Yeah, but
Yeah, but
2/10 in
two
that
tenths
size,
when
that's
you're
a lot.
dealing
Yeah.
2/10 when you're dealing in a world of thousandths is astronomical. You got to realize that.
38 Super is a cartel cartridge.
It is. It's 100%.
And there is going to be a wonderful cartel gun coming in the next couple of weeks. I can't say
So
much
here-
about it, but it's amazing.
Here's my
I'll push it
question.
today. Yes.
Would you want a Bodyguard 2.0 in
Okay.
30 Super Carry?
I'm not a huge 30 Super Carry guy, but I also have very, 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 very limited experience with it. So the 2 magazines that I put through it at range day, I don't know, it was a year or so ago, did not spark any interest from me. So I haven't really thought much about it. Now I know that Clove has done quite a bit of 30 Super Carry in the last year, and he probably is a better person to answer that.
I carry 30 super carry.
There you go. PD10, is that what you're carrying now?
Yeah, that's my number
So-
2 spot.
So, Clove.
Yeah.
Would you want to see a
I ain't
Bodyguard?
fucking touching the body of fucking Smith and Wesson. Fuck a Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson. A Smith and Wesson semi.
Not interested. Not because
Yeah.
of 30 super carry. Totally into 30 super carry. But Smith and Wesson centerfire auto loader, fuck that. I'm out. Carry on. Y'all live in y'all's land of delusion all you want to.
I didn't say it's a great gun. That motherfucker over there said it was the best shooting gun in 2025.
380 I've ever
That
shot. So you
said-
shot
that
what, like
said-
3?
No, I've
Well,
shot a ton of 380s.
He's like, no, I've like 7 of them, dude.
Right,
no,
right. Single digits.
No,
I mean,
saying what I was saying is it was probably a pleasant, one of the biggest pleasant surprises. I would not put it up there against.
you don't
other
think it
guns.
was a really good shooting gun?
I thought it was a good shooting gun, but am I going to say it's the best shooting gun? You're outside your mind. Have you shot the SOCOM compact?
Okay. Let me I said the best shooting pocket gun.
He
Let me
said the
refer-
best shooting.
I
He
did-
said 380.
I did-
He said the best shooting
I did
380.
best
I'll
shooting
back him
380.
up.
Okay. Well, if it's the best shooting 380, probably.
He's still living in a land of fucking delusion, but okay. This is the world you live in.
You don't
In a
think-
land of
yeah.
delusion.
Listen, okay, you shot the LCP that shot way better than the LCP.
The LCP is
Bro,
like
like,
half the fucking size of it.
A
What are you
fucking
talking about?
Altor
No.
shoots better than an LCP. Let's just be honest.
It's the
no,
same
no.
size as the LCP.
No,
what are you
it's
talking about?
No, it is
No,
not.
it's not.
I held it up
Because
against
the LCP is the
Bullshit.
same size as the original Bodyguard, and that is much bigger than the original Bodyguard.
Oh, it's not that much bigger than the original. You think so?
I think
I don't
so.
think
yeah.
so. I don't think
The
so.
LCP's thinner than the original Bodyguard
Mhm.
too. So
I'm
it's
talking
actually
about the
smaller than that.
dimensions of it, like the size.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Yeah.
But all that's
I
going to
think it's
affect the
bigger
way
than
it
the original.
shoots. Yeah, whatever. I mean,
Our
that's
tech's throwing out knowledge out there. I'm too
Yeah, he's
stupid to understand what
I'm
his
not.
knowledge is.
I'm not advocating for taking it off the market. I'm not advocating that somebody don't go out and buy 8 of them and put them in the
Yeah.
safe. Like
Fuck
whatever.
yeah.
I'm just
Buy them
telling
and
you,
shoot them, man.
it ain't for me.
Wow, Ironsight says Clover needs to get laid. Grumpy. That might be so far. Ironsides, you have won the internet. That is fantastic.
I don't have anything to do with it. I'm grumpy regardless.
Yeah.
This is-
You haven't spent
Can't-
enough time with him.
Can
Yeah, that
verify.
fucker. That fucker obviously don't know me.
Yeah, can verify.
I don't know. I'm gonna argue that the Bodyguard 2.0 is probably the best pocket carry gun out there right now.
Yeah, but pocket carry doesn't mean anything for me because I'm little and I put something in my pocket and I fall the fuck over, so I don't pocket carry. So I don't even know what that means. This is the best pocket carry. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does it
Yeah,
mean?
okay. It's the best micro 380 out there.
He's crawling.
I'm crawling.
But is it?
I really
but
like
is it? But is it micro? Is it micro or?
Yeah, I would say so. It's
Yeah,
smaller.
probably.
It's smaller than P365.
It's on the larger side of micro, but I guess, but maybe.
I guess.
Clover just nitpicking over here.
He is. He's just fucking with you.
Fucking Ironside out there does started it by talking shit about grumpy. I'm gonna be ultra fucking grumpy the rest of the podcast.
I don't know how to be grumpy. He had a whole fucking day to himself yesterday with St. Patty's Day. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I did. It was the only day of the year. Only day of the year I wasn't grumpy, but unfortunately your fucking show's on Tuesday. So
like, here's the thing, like I'm probably more Irish than he is, and but no one ever fucking says anything to me. It's always fucking Clover on St. Patty's Day, you know. You can't see the fucking red ass beard, you know.
Put a Clover in your damn icon instead of a ghost.
No, I understand why. It's just, you know.
No, he's pissed.
You got Halloween. You got Halloween.
I do have Halloween locked up, don't I? Yeah.
See, he's pissed.
He's hungover. It could be. No, that's only on Thursday morning. It shot as he hungover.
Only on days that end in Y.
Yeah.
He's pissy because somebody pinched him too hard or caught him and took all his clays and shotgun shells.
See, I don't think
more
so.
Like I pissed because nobody pinched me.
I'm gonna say I think he likes being pinched. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah. He likes being pinched. Depends on where he's at. That wonderful grumpy ass voice comes from the great state of Texas. He is the gatekeeper of all things leprechaun and Texas pride. He is the man, the myth, the legend in his own mind. What's up, Clove? How you doing?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm loud and I'm proud and I'm grumpy. Apparently.
Oh, he's got pride somewhere.
Wow.
Whatever.
Foxtrot, what do you guys think of the Springfield XD line? I was looking at XDS Mod 2 the other day. So I'm going to go on the record. I'm on the record already for years. I am a fan of the XD line. I've got an XD9. It is fantastic. I like the XD line. I'm not a huge Springfield guy. I don't dislike Springfield, but I'm not a huge Springfield guy. But I do really enjoy the XD line. What do you guys think? Clove, Ginger?
Well, Ginger knows everything, obviously, because he loves the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard fucker.
He's also in the big pocket. He's in the pocket.
So he's gonna tell everybody now, because we all know he's a Springfield shield. Where he's gonna tell everybody now it's the best handgun now. Go ahead, tell everybody, Ginger, it's the best fucking handgun. Go ahead.
I hate the XD. I honestly hate the XD. I would rather get an Echelon over an XD. The Echelon is a better gun if you're going to Springfield. I hate the XD line. I don't know what it is. It looks ugly to me. They shoot well. Let me rephrase it. They shoot really good. They're good guns. I just don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they feel.
That's where I am with SIG. I think the SIGs are great guns. I just don't think the 320 and 365, they just don't fit my eye. Are they great guns? Yep. They just don't fit my eye.
If I was going Springfield striker fire gun and it's not a concealed carry gun, I'm going Echelon. If it's a concealed carry gun, I'm going Hellcat Pro.
There you go.
That's my 2 cents.
I haven't shot the Echelon. I don't think.
I've got one if you want to borrow it. I'll figure out how
I don't think I shot the Echelon. I've shot the Hellcat, but I don't think I shot the Echelon yet.
The Echelon's great.
Well, we'll see. Clove, I know that you at one point in your life didn't mind the XD line.
Oh, it's one of the best handguns I've ever owned.
Yep.
Still own it. I got one when the XD line first. The XD, well, I got an XD9 for the.
That's what I have, the XD9. Yep.
But I literally got it maybe a month after they released or something.
Okay.
Like I was a very, very early. I won't say fanboy or an adopter. They had just came out. The price was right. They were in the. You know how it goes. And man, not just for me is that a phenomenal shooting handgun, and it always has been. But I've loaned that out to countless numbers of people to go do like their concealed carry or their license to carry qualifications and stuff. And I mean, it just shoots phenomenally for everybody. Yeah. I can't speak to the newer models and stuff, you know, unfortunately. I mean, there may be some differences there.
10 years old, maybe.
Speaking of Springfield XD, something you and I both.
BRG?
Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, and you may with your new job and all. I found out that there is a company that is importing the BRGs and the tacticals and all that are coming in now.
They are slowly, but they are coming.
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be more coming soon.
Blue Wolf.
Don't get me
Arms or
lying.
something
Yeah, it's
like
something
that?
wolf. I don't remember. It's some weird thing. I never heard of them. That said, I don't know. But they are coming in.
And you
But
want
I
to
never
talk
heard of
about
them.
something better than the XD9, the
Yeah.
the
Now, if you can
PRG.
find a BRG from a couple years ago, I think you might be able
Yeah,
to find one for about $200 or less. He
yeah. I
says the
don't know
local
what
pawn shop has an XTS with 4 9-round mags and a 7-round mag and a hard case
that's a
and
steal.
a holster for
That's
$325.
a steal. That's
That's
all day.
that's banging, dude.
That's,
I
yeah,
wouldn't even think twice about it. You got to go get that.
Yep.
that's a hell of a deal.
Yep.
I remember, so BRG, what was that? Shot 22, 23, 22 when
23. Well, they were there
when
at
they
22 and 23. No, 23
so
and 24. Yeah, 23
the
and 24. They
one of
weren't
the
here this
years
past year.
it was right after SHOT Show. I was on LinkedIn and people were selling pallets of those guns.
So that was after 23, because they'd already kind of announced the version 2, even though it whatever happened. And yeah, what was it one time, Clove? Like $180 or something like that. We were like,
Yeah.
holy shit. I was
Yeah.
like, that might be the best deal in the world for a gun. Is that BRG?
I still
for
never
$180.
really figured out what happened. I don't, but
I've texted Ken several times, and I got one reply from him. Said all good,
yeah,
blah
personally,
blah blah blah.
yeah,
Personally, but never said anything. I'm not sure what happened.
yeah.
I
I
have
never got
no idea.
any like business
No,
info
he was
what was
very
going on.
closed chest to that, so I don't know.
So I don't
You
know
could
what happened.
you could buy pallets of them in the
Yeah.
States already for $149 a piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I contemplated just buying a couple pallets or a pallet and just
it's great
trying
angle,
to figure
man.
it out.
Like I said, better. It pains me, but in many ways better and I just spoke pretty highly of that fucking XD9
no,
and
it's better. It's
and the
better. Yeah,
BRG9's better.
it's better.
Better.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to shoot one, so I'm gonna take your all's word for it.
I put it through the Crucible a couple years ago,
You
and
did.
that fucker ran, dude. That just ran. And yeah, it was cool. It was a good gun. I'm interested to see. I don't know how it's going to play this year. I hope to God that whoever the new importer is bringing. I hope they have great success because they're great guns. Because we shot a lot, not this past shot, but
And the
last year.
tactical too was amazing.
Tactical in that little indoor little lane, that thing was bad to the bone. And those things are great guns. I hope they do well with them. I don't know. I hope people haven't forgotten about them already.
They just have to come in at a price point where, like, look at the.
Well, they also got to market it too. So
Yeah, they got to market, but look at the Diras, the Dira DY9, that Glock clone that I reviewed a couple months ago. That gun was phenomenal, and at $225, I've seen people get them as low as $200. Like that's where you got to be for that to take off for a little bit.
Yeah.
You just got to compete because I've heard inklings that a large, cheap, budget-minded gun manufacturer in Florida may be going out of business.
There's a couple, but yeah, one in particular. Yeah.
One in particular that may resemble a Keltec a little bit.
A little bit. I hope it's not, but it looks that way. From everything that I'm hearing, it doesn't look good. But that said, could be great for someone to pick that up.
Yeah, I mean the skies
will get picked up. They will get picked up.
The sky's the limit when it comes to that.
They will get picked up. I promise you, they'll get picked up. Why? Because you're talking about cheap guns, not the greatest reputation in the world. Let's just be honest. Not the greatest guns in the world by any means, but they will get picked up by somebody.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think so. I had the opportunity. Was it last weekend? Whenever I was in Kansas City, I talked to the owner of G-Force. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
He talked about that, and I'd like to see their Rapture in a really aggressive price point. They said they're going to talk about the price point going down. We just wrapped up doing our review of it. It's a decent gun. I mean, the trigger's really good on it. The grip angle system, I would they could change a little bit but it is really customizable. I think that's a great gun for the money. Is that Raptor? The name is unfortunate though. They need to come up with a new name for that, but
I don't mind it.
Think about it though. You're in court. Hey, so what did you do to the guy? I raptured him with my Rapture.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, here's the thing though, is so many fucking names have been trademarked over the years. There's only so many left out there,
Yeah.
Rich B, I want to get to that second here. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Buck out there says, Ghost, is that the pistol that you put through hell with that one round shot through it? No, I can't remember what that was. That was a joke one, but I can't remember what I did with the one rounder. That was funny though. I don't remember what that was. But yeah, that was fun. That was a little short that I put out a few years ago with a 1 round torture test. That was fun.
It's kind of like the guy making fun of Mac. Remember, he shoots like 1 round, turns the camera, and goes, "I don't like it."
I don't like it. Well, Mac was
beautiful,
infamous for that.
Spot on. That whole video, that dude was spot on.
Yeah, it was good.
The Michelin shooting a shot around the world. Well, shoot over the target, come around the world, hit the.
It was did you see the one he did? He's making fun of Mitchell, not Mitchell, but he was making fun of oh Jesus, fucking grandpa.
Hickok,
and he's walking through the woods. Hi, boys and girls, and like sees like this sunflower. It's just like unloads and like destroys this little flower on the walk path. I was like, that's great. It's like, that's amazing. Yeah. It was great. Yeah, Foxtrot says, I have an equalizer, so I equalized them. There you go. So like, why not call it the vapor? I vaporized that motherfucker. That'd be kind of cool. The vapor. That'd be kind of cool. Rich B out there. What's up, bro? He says, SAR 9 SOCOM full size. Saw several videos, including yours about it. Sounds like fuck. The SOCOM. So I've been a big fan of SAR since 2019?
Oh, 5 years. Easy.
At least. That SAR 9 is still, that's still a great gun. But that SOCOM, I'm telling you what, man. I've got the compact. I've shot the regular one, but I've got the compact. Holy hell. That's one of my favorite guns I own. Like, bar none. It's one of my favorite guns. Do you have the full size or which one do you have?
I got the Sport. So, yeah.
The Sport. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the big one. It's the big one.
Yeah. The big one.
Right now, trying to run down some mag bumpers. I say mag bumpers because I don't want increased capacity. I just want the
pad,
the grip, and the whatever the
to make it flush. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, which I mean, I can take an extension and fill.
Hell, why can't you just 3D print one?
I don't, because first of all, I'd have to get.
You could, but
you'd have to use the right materials. A lot of the materials I use wouldn't hold up. Yeah, I mean, the only option I see out there is one from like SAR, and it's like $40-something. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But I think I did a lot of homework one day last week, swapping around base plates off of a ton of other stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think I might have figured out, I've got some stuff coming. There's a company that's sending me some to physically put on a dry that actually fit or supposed to fit other guns. But I mean, at the end of the day, when you think about it, mag bodies are very, very similar, right?
So
like there's only a few companies that make them.
Yeah, so let me ask you this, as I know you've got the VP9 to play with too for a little bit. Have you tried to interchange magazines? Or is that going to be on a later video?
It fits perfectly.
So there you go. The reason why I said that is I would imagine there is a shit ton of aftermarket stuff for the VP9 that might
there's actually, I mean, that's a lot cheaper. There's really not. Here's the catch.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the catch. So I think that VP9 and I think HK and SIG both, I think well, let me back up and say the VP9 and the P320 both are slide right on, right? So the fit side to side, front to back, sliding on is perfect. The problem is with the magazine, you got the little thingy that pokes through the bottom that locks it in place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's the issue. That is not in
By
the
the way,
same
folks, we're getting
spot.
very, very technical here with thingy.
The
So just
thingy.
letting you know.
Yeah. So that is not going to be in, but from brand to brand, that's not in the same place or the same shape, right?
Yeah, sure.
So, like, what kind of modification are you having to try to make that work, right?
Yeah,
And so
sure.
that's why I say I know I don't want to give away too much, but I know a company that does extensions.
Okay.
And so their extension does not utilize the thingy to lock it in place. It utilizes a set screw, right?
It uses a
method.
phalange instead of a
It
thingy.
uses a phalange. No, it literally does. It uses a set screw to lock it in place.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
because of that, that doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at all. And so it's just a matter of figuring out which model they've got or whatever, which variant is going to work. But I think I'm gonna be able to come up with it. But that's the only, for me, that's the only thing missing, dude. That gun would be pimp if it just had that.
The SOCOM line at SAR is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's as good as anything out there right now.
Yeah.
Especially at that price point.
The price point.
No, it is probably the best out there in the market for that price point.
Yeah.
Yep. It's phenomenal. If you get a chance, I know Scott said, Rich said he almost bought one. You won't, I promise you, my opinion, and I'm sure that people that have shot it will do this.
So
you will not be disappointed.
Canik. So Canik.
Yeah.
Started out.
I like it better than Canics.
That's what I was fixing to ask. So Canik started out a lot like SAR in that very reasonably priced. You got a whole lot for the money.
That TP9 series was unbelievable for Canik. I like the SOCOM better.
Canik has like steadily crept up. So that aside, because the price has crept up, I think I'm going to have to lean more SAR. But
I'll even say this:
all things equal.
Even all things equal, I'll even say even at the price point, all things equal, the SOCOM model. Now, would I say the SAR 9, the original SAR 9 versus the TP9? No, I love the SAR 9, but it's not a TP9 line. Yeah. The SOCOM line from SAR, I think is better than the TP9 line from SAR, from Canik. That's just me, and you know how big of a fan of the Canik I am, of the TP9.
Yeah.
Hey, so new member. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Speaking of SAR,
that's a waste of money, homie. I'm just saying. It's kidding.
Speaking of SAR, if you haven't seen, so the only experience I've had with SAR was with the SAR 9 Sport, the one Clover has. Love it. Fantastic gun.
The SOCOM or the regular SAR 9 Sport?
This regular SAR 9 Sport.
There's not a SOCOM in the
There's
Sport.
Not a SOCOM Sport? Oh, okay. No. Well, maybe there's coming one. I thought there was one.
That being said, if you're really looking for them right now, the SOCOMs and a couple other of the SARs have been on sale at Palmetto for $209.
Holy shit. Wow. Damn.
Wow.
What is it? The 724? What is it that new one's getting ready to hopefully come out this summer?
724, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know Clover is kind of surprised at this.
That's my jam.
A hammer fired SAR. Yeah. I can't wait. I mean, I messed around with it. That shot, and it's the feeling. Dude, oh my god.
So I know that you weren't necessarily a fan of because you're not the big heavy gun hammer fire guy.
I'm not, but
so you've never really played around or given much thought to the K245, which still is around. That's a phenomenal handgun.
And it's still selling. Yeah.
For the K2 in general.
Yeah. Is this going to be like the upgraded version of?
They more or less from this is just talking with them what I've seen it shot. Yeah. They have lightning cutted and ported and
taking some weight off of it,
deepened the grip, maybe even lowered the bore axis a little bit, and changed up the grip panels and everything on it. It's a much more grippy, and I know you like that too.
I love aggressive grip. Yeah.
As the original K2 was like the metal that it was way too smooth. That's one complaint, I guess, if you could call it a complaint that I had about it. And most people will go, "Oh, just put some grip tape on it and make it look like shit in the process," I guess.
Sure, yeah.
But no, I mean, they fixed that with a really grippy texture, and just improvements all across the board on it. It's it's pretty cool. Think of it as the SOCOM version of the metal frame. I guess.
Yeah. What was that damn gun that I still love it?
SP-109. Carbine?
No. This is SAR. I'm going. I still think the Kiger 9C Pro is the best. In my opinion, the best Glock clone, if you will.
Best Glock clone out there. For sure.
But there, what was that one that I used? Oh man.
What did I tell you about
guns? Two guns that, go ahead, because I'm thinking about this. But there are two guns that I want to talk about here in a second. Not saying that it's the RX, the Delta X, the
RX, yeah.
That's a great one for a good price. And I'm not saying that this is a clone, but a gun that people forget about, that needs to go into a great semi-automatic center-fired, striker-fired gun is that Beretta. Was it the APX?
APX.
APX.
Yeah,
I love that gun too. Talking about a great feeling gun. That's another one you can probably pick up. It's Beretta, so it's gonna be a little bit higher, but the price point on the APX is not terrible. That's another one that I think is a sleeper for the price.
They're running like I've seen them as low as like $349 right now.
Yeah, and that's a phenomenal gun as well. It's a phenomenal gun.
The RX Delta the RX Zero.
Yeah, I haven't Zero. I shot it, but I don't have it. But you still.
Well, I've got the Zero too. But oh my God, as far as the feel, and I just the hammer fired gun.
Because you were talking, what brought that to my mind is you were talking about the aggressive stippling, aggressive grip. That I don't know if it's RX across the board, but the Delta X is crazy aggressive, which I love. I don't know what the
Zero is too. Oh, the Zero is too. It's like holding sandpaper. Like it's amazing.
I call it skateboard tape almost, and I love
that too.
The original Zero was not that great. It was a good shooting gun, but the grip was not.
Never shot the original.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't guess I've ever shot the original. But
the original had like star grips, but they weren't like really aggressive. But it's a fantastic shooting gun. The RX, the Delta, it's a great gun. I love the gun. It just beats the shit out of my hand. It gives me that the knuckle right in the knuckle, right where my hand meets the grip. When it recoils, it just punches into that thumb knuckle the whole time.
Yeah, the beaver tail, some beaver tail issue on it for you.
I get it. Foxtrot is another handgun he's looking at is the FN Reflex. Can't go wrong with FN. Speaking of FN, another great value you can get now for a really good price is the old FN 509, like the 509T, the tactical. Like it's been out for 4 or 5 years now. So those prices are dropping. That's another one that's a sleeper at that price point is the 509 line. Great gun. Is it worth that $1,000, $1,200 price point it originally came out at? Maybe not. Is it worth it for that $699, something like that price point? Yeah, I think that 509T is good. Or the 509, I'm not sure it's the T. The 509 line in general is really, really good. Now that it's dropped low prices, it's fantastic.
Speaking of guns that are really good for the price right now, is if you can still find them, which I know SDS has updated them, but the TSOS Duty, their 1911 double stack, at $549, like that is a killer of a. If you want to get into 2011 game, that gun is a killer deal, and it works really good.
Yeah, for sure. Scott says plan on getting a Fusion XP Pro. I have not shot one. I have heard nothing but pretty damn good things about that Fusion stuff. So, what do you guys have any experience? I don't, so I can't speak on it. I can just go by what I hear about. But what do you guys think?
I don't understand. I want a 2011 that takes block bags. I don't get the.
because
But as far as the gun
They already
itself,
have the
yeah, I don't-
mags, probably. I mean,
cheaper
I
mags.
don't have a complaint about
Yeah,
anything. I just don't. That blows my mind. I don't understand.
I've
I think a
heard.
lot is because they're cheap mags, and people have Glock mags out the ass usually already. So
Well, they are cheap mags, but then you run into, depending on what you get, are they going to fucking fit? Because the last video I dropped was on the Metgar Glock mags, and they
Yeah.
don't fit in everything. So
that and the pro was it Pro Gear
Pro
Pro
Mag is the
Pro Mag, the
crappiest
Pro
mags on
mags,
the planet. Yeah.
man, don't buy those.
They're horrible. They're horrible.
Just
In
saying.
anything, they're horrible. I don't care what gun you say, if it's a
Yeah.
pro mag, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never seen those work in anything. Anything.
Yep.
Total waste of money.
Yeah, those shizzle.
The fusion I've heard. I heard good things at first, but now I'm starting to hear a mixed bag.
Oh, really? I haven't heard anything bad yet. But I've been out of the fucking game since shot. You know what I'm saying? Like I have been so far away from everything.
The engineering side, if you know how a 1911 works and you understand the feed ramp and how the round gets onto the feed ramp, and like to switch over to a Glock magazine and try to build that around a Glock magazine, like that's a totally different like angle and trajectory and stuff. Like it is not the same. So it's not like, oh, we just modified a magwell where it'll take a Glock magazine. Like it's more complex than that. And like I could see potential issues because of it. Now I've never, like I've said, I haven't heard of any issues, but
yeah. Rich wants to know, Clover, this would be interesting because it's funny, but did you ever figure out why those mags wouldn't fit the Anderson rifle?
Radii is about what we come down to, and I don't know. I guess that's a proper term, maybe. The multiple word for radius, I guess, is radii. I don't know, but anyway,
it sounds good to me. I don't think anyone's questioning on that. So.
We don't know for
sure. It with confidence, so it sounds like it should be right.
So here's the thing: we don't know for sure, but in the next few months or so, I will know for sure, and I can't give away why I will know that because there's something coming down the line. But I will know for sure in the next couple months.
It's the same thing with my Anderson AR-10. They'll take PMags. Just not the 10-round PMags. Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
I had the same issue with my Dissy, and I sent it back, and Kyle fixed it.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. Let's go through our. I'm just trying to go through my Rolodex of stuff that's come out in the last couple of years, last maybe 3 years, that now like were great guns when they came out, but now maybe at that little different price point. Now that they're 2 or 3 years older. I brought up the RX. I brought up the APX. That BRG is great. There's a lot of great guns that came out 2 or 3 years ago that are now a few years old that are going to be fantastic for a lower price point. Anything that comes to y'all's minds that you remember from a few years ago that might be, might have been an $8.99 gun, maybe now like a $5.99 gun that's probably great at that price point.
It's not a big jump, but the Taurus GX4 carry. It went from like the $399, $350. Now it's like $289, $260.
Sub 300. That's not bad.
Sub 300.
See, I still think the GX3. I still think it's the best Taurus. I love that thing.
Well,
the G3C.
The G3. No, the G3C. Yeah, whatever it was. The G3. I think the G3 was kind of where Taurus kind of like hit it on that one. That was great.
That was their plateau, I guess.
That was well as also, the G2 kind of, when they hit the G3, that kind of brought back, I don't know, stability would be the right word. I would say confidence with people in Taurus making semi-auto guns.
I think
the G3 was really, really big for them.
I think the G3 was big, but I think the GX4 was bigger. I think the GX4 really brought a lot more confidence in people.
Yeah.
It's a totally different design.
Yeah.
Well, they're starting to The 2311s outside of
Mm.
like the influencer and the match and stuff, aren't they starting to bring down those
They are. The
a little
original
bit?
2311s are coming down. They're going to be towards that SDS price, which is stupid. So yeah, the original 2311, yeah,
For the
especially with the
TSOS,
match
right?
or the T Sox, whichever one. Yeah, I mean it's SDS. I didn't remember which brand it was. Was it T Sox that
Yeah,
had the? Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, I mean I don't know if it's going to be down that low as the T Sauce, but it's definitely going to be in that maybe $6 to $6.99 price range or something, which is unreal. Yeah, unreal.
I've seen Rock Island's really drop their TM22 prices, which is a
Oh,
rifle,
have they really?
but
I haven't seen that.
they're still garbage,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I've seen Rock Island drop their 1911 prices across the board.
Are they
That
still
cheap,
garbage?
that
Well, I'm gonna say they might need to. I don't know.
well, that 22 TCM that I bought, it was originally like $900. I got it for $4.
Yeah.
So the other, I don't know if this counts as a gun, but the category, the dropping of the price of
Outdoors do not count as guns. I'm sorry.
no, not outdoors.
Okay.
The G-Force Arms lever gun dropping the lever gun pricing down.
That's still my favorite guns I have.
Really,
I love that.
really
Mine was
dri-
called the Huckleberry. I'm not sure what they call it now.
the saddle horn. It's called the saddle horn now.
But that thing is bad to the bone, bro. That thing, at least mine is. I have had zero issues, and I had so much fun shooting that thing. I tell you another one that now I think I've talked to Clover about this, and I don't think he has any experience. Ginger, I want to ask you because one of the hot guns right now is that Ruger RXM. I don't have experience. I messed with it at very briefly at shot. Didn't get to shoot or anything, but Clover, I don't think you said you had any experience with it, but either one of you guys, the RXM, I'm hearing really, 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 really good things about that.
I have heard nothing but good things about it. I have not gotten hands on it. I know that a certain YouTuber has one right now, and I'm waiting for him to finish with it so I can ask to borrow it. Yeah, Mike's got one.
I'd be interested to hear what he says about it.
Yeah.
I trust Mike's opinion for the most part. I mean, not that I don't trust I don't necessarily agree with them all, but I trust his opinion. So
yeah. My thing was like I want to try the RXM. I want to see how it compares to the Kiger, which is about the same price point. Yep. And then I really want to see how it compares to that Dira.
On paper, the RXM, yes, Foxtrot that's Ruger's Glock clone. On paper, if you just look at features, like the RXM's got more features than any of the clones out there, like feature wise. I just don't know how it shoots, but I'm hearing really good things about it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
What's it got over the Kiger?
I don't think it does. Chassis. I don't know if it does. I don't. It is a chassis gun, yeah. But I mean, it's gonna be tough for me to as far as shooting. It's gonna be tough for me to sit there and say it's gonna beat the Kiger. But I haven't shot it yet, so I can't say that.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. They're coming in at an aggressive price point at $399. You've got Glock clone wise. I mean, you've got to compete with the Dagger. You got to compete with that Dira. You got to compete with the Kiger. Yeah. I think they've come out with something at a good price point that's optics ready, that can take multiple optics from the factory without plates. Yeah. And from everything I've heard,
feature wise, man, it's got all the features you want.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's a good gun. I got to just get hands on it.
I'll tell you a gun that, from my side of things, that I'm seeing through our side of things at Xander's, and I think I know why. Everyone's waiting for the Kel-Tec 5.7 to drop. The production to get kicked up and get out to the public is ramped up. Ruger, if you're into the 5.7 game, Ruger is dramatically starting to drop their 5.7 prices because I think they're anticipating the Kel-Tec coming. I'm not saying that the Ruger 5.7 is awesome. I'm saying if you're looking to get into the game with a 5.7, check into that Ruger 5.7 because prices will be starting to drop here dramatically here pretty soon.
Oh, and I'd rather have a Ruger than a Kel-Tec for sure.
I would too. I'm just saying, but like a lot of the reason why the Kel-Tec was people are looking forward to is the price point. Now that Ruger's kind of backing up their 5.7 price point to that Kel-Tec, that's something you need to go look into.
It's not just
the FN ain't dropping shit.
No, they don't have to.
No,
you know.
Well, it's just not the Kel-Tec. You got also the PSA Rock, and then you got the TSOS.
But the Kel-Tec is the one that shook up everybody.
You don't think the TSOS shook up?
No,
the TSOS was a lower price.
What's get that, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Kel-Tec, and I love the guys over there. Let's just be honest, though.
I gotta get to word.
Kel-Tec's got a better name and better recognition. Everyone knows about TSOS. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when Kel-Tec drops something, people know Kel-Tec. Is a TSOS probably better? 100%, it's going to be better.
Yeah.
Even for a comparable price. But everyone's worried about Kel-Tec because Kel-Tec's huge as far as name recognition. So the PSA Rock, I'm not going to say anything because you guys know how I feel about PSA. So I ain't going to shoot it. No offense.
Right.
Scott got booted? How did you get booted?
I don't know. Hard to get booted off this chat.
What's the Kel-Tec coming in?
Browser.
The Kel-Tec. I don't know what's going to come in at. Kel-Tec 5. Or was it the PR 5.7? I think it's called.
Yeah.
Am I over 18? God, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's every single website nowadays.
Yeah, I get it.
But all you got to do is click a button. so do you get
this is true. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. They're going to be coming in like around $399. That's what I'm saying. But Ruger's starting to drop their prices. You're not going to get to $399. They're going to get close enough. And so I'm just saying, if you're out there and you're looking for a 5.7, that Ruger might be an option right now with the prices dropping for sure.
Well, you brought up Ruger. I think another gun that's going to drop prices drastically that's not a bad gun is that Ruger Security 9.
Could it get any cheaper though? Like it was already pretty low.
I think you'll probably see that. I mean, what were they like 350?
Yeah, you see like there'd be like sub 300 or like 249.
I think they're going to go down to 249.
Really?
And lower.
I don't think it's a great gun.
Yeah,
for 249, maybe. But I think there's so many good guns out there these days. They're around that 249 to 359 price point these days. Like, go buy yourself a SAR 9, the original SAR 9. You can probably get for the same cheaper than that. Like
but
I don't know. I'm not a Security 9 guy though.
So we're talking about this is where my mind goes. So you're talking about all these price drops. And, oh man, it's going to get down to $299 and it's going to get down to $249 and I'm thinking, what used gems are on
that's what I'm saying
for that price? Like look at whoever said out there earlier, it was like $3.25 or something for like 9 mags, and like all that, right? So like, while that's cool to have a new gun at an MSRP in that or a retail in that range.
Is it a good gun?
Like, I'm gonna tell you, please look at the used options.
Go look at a SAR 9. Go look at a used Bred APX. Right. Like you're gonna be able to get to the same price. I think it's a far better gun than the Security 9. What's that?
Why don't you like the Security 9?
To me, it was disappointing to hold it.
It feels off balance to me.
Yeah, it feels cheap and not well made.
Not good.
Yeah, the trigger's not good. But to me, when you hold your hands, I don't give confidence to my mom.
The trigger gave me SDVE back.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I said
I
bad.
bought-
I didn't say it was
I
bad.
see what you're saying. No, I'm just joking.
I
But no,
bought-
for me, it was. I'm not saying it's a bad gun, but I'm also one of the people, and I'm in the camp of if I don't like it, it doesn't matter how good it is. I don't think it's a great gun, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like in fact, kind of janky, kind of cheap to me.
Right.
Hey, I'm not saying don't go buy it. I'm just
Can I-
not going to like it.
I'm
Yeah,
a mod. I'm a mod. Can I ban fucking Foxtrot, please? That asshole.
That's great. He picked up how long have you been looking for a 26?
God, man.
For a while now, right?
At that kind of price, especially.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Glock 26. Hey, Foxtrot, you can sell it for $295, make $20, and he'll probably buy it.
$295, 3.5, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You can make some money off that. They sell it to Clover right now. Make a deal.
Hit me up. Hit me up. You can make $75, man. Quick.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna
for years.
I'll get on the road. I'll get off air right now and get on the road to come get it.
What was it? He says, "Come to Wyoming. They're everywhere up there."
That's good.
Hey, what movie was that really got you into the 26? Can't remember what that was. You were a fan of it, but then what movie
fucking
was
Black
that?
Widow gun.
Oh, Black Widow gun. That's it. Yeah, Black Widow.
26
That's
is
it.
a Black Widow gun. Yeah,
that's right.
It's the only reason I want it. Really.
Yeah.
I still haven't got a 19, but not an actual 19.
Yeah.
Here's
got the Kiger. Who needs one, right?
I think we should keep interrupting, John.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Is he talking? I can't hear it.
See, gingers kind of. I guess I've become numb to gingers, and I just they go
comfortably numb, or you become
uncomfortably numb. Yeah.
Uncomfortably,
or either is it uncomfortably numb or comfortably dumb? One of the two. I'm not sure. Yes, Ginger. What can we do for you?
Okay, so Clover brought up a good point about used guns, and we're probably going to see a flood of used guns on the market. Are people lowering their MSRPs to compete with used gun prices so that a new gun looks more enticing over a used gun, even though you can get a better used gun?
I can tell you from my experience, from my side of the industry that I'm in, working with dealers every day, they're hurting, bro. They're hurting for customers. They're hurting for sales. They're hurting. Now, March has been a really good month, right? February was better than January. March has been a really good month. So I think maybe either it's tax season or people are starting to get more confident in the economy. I don't know. That said, I can tell you that there are people that in local gun shops that are really hurting right now. So I think a lot of it is MSRP, is the manufacturers realize two things. One, no one's buying their guns right now because they can't afford them. And two, if they do buy them, they're not selling. So I think that that's part of it. I think that the gun shop part of the industry, the local dealers are hurting right now as a whole. Hurting right now. That's just my opinion from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing across the board.
And it's really interesting the last couple of months of me doing what I'm doing, seeing this side of the industry is it's awesome. But yeah, there's some people that are like, there's gun shops closing daily still.
You get to see behind the curtain a little bit.
I do, and I love it. But it's sad because there's still a lot of LGSs that are, seriously, that are closing doors. Now you have some areas of the country where I just talked to a guy today. They're getting ready to open up their second store. So they're booming. You get to other parts of the country and it's dead, man. It's dead.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Clover's trying to make a fucking deal out there. I knew he would be. So yeah.
Yeah, Foxtrot said something about Wyoming. So do me a favor, bro. Like
ship it.
Like go to these your shops that let me know. Like hit me up and say, tell them, look, hey dude, this dude's cool. He's he ain't gonna.
I wouldn't go that
far.
Or
like, well, I mean, it's not like
but if they're everywhere in Wyoming, why wouldn't one of those local shops ship it to your shop?
Don't walk in there and tell him I'm Clover Tack bitch. That ain't gonna work. But what you can say is that, look, this dude's like all over the internet and everywhere else. He's not gonna rip you off because I mean it's pretty obvious who he is. But it's not some weird, shady backroom deal. But I'm in if the price is decent for real.
Yeah, no, I get it. You're a player,
And they're
You're a
and they're
player for
willing to
sure.
ship it. Like, yeah, not a problem.
Yep, faux shizzle. We're at the hour mark. It is time. It is time, boys and girls, for I can't call it March Madness. What are you guys calling it? I'm sorry.
Caliber Madness.
Caliber Madness.
We're just now doing this. Oh my god. It's gonna be a 4-hour show.
Well, there's less and less each week, so
That's true.
That does help.
Yeah.
So let's start out. And let's go through the results. Apparently, I have not looked at them because I wanted to be like literally surprised. But apparently, there were some interesting results over the weekend.
I hadn't looked because I don't care.
That's fair.
So let's do this real quick. I'm gonna get my numbers pulled up here. All right, So round 1, pistol. We're gonna talk
about round 2, right?
Oh yeah, round 2. Sorry, round two. Seed 1. Sorry, seed 1 pistol is 9mm versus 357 Magnum, which was I want to say it was the 8th seed.
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
The numbers don't lie. We knew this was going to happen. Poor 357 Magnum. 96-4.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was a shellacking of the ages for poor 357 Magnum. We knew this was going to happen. They got their butts handed to them. So I'm going to save the.
I don't think. I think all this said that 85 to 90. 96. That's brutal.
That is brutal. I'm going to save the 513 for later.
Oh,
so I'm going to go through the other one.
All right.
So the 338 special versus the 6 10mm.
Come on, 10mm.
10mm 65, 38 special 35.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think we all kind of said that 65 was the number we were looking at. Yeah. Almost paused at 65. So we hit it dead fucking nuts. All right. Good job, 10mm.
The 2 seed 45 ACP.
How bad was this one?
Versus the 7 seed 44 mag. 45 pulls it out 71-28.
That's it?
That's it.
I think we both were like Clover. I think we were both like 80, 75 to 80. That's a little bit lower than I thought, honestly. 71, you say? 71, 72?
71-28. Well, 72 technically. There was some number
rounded up. Man, that's kind of shocking. Now, obviously not shocking that 45 wins. I thought it'd be higher than that. But anyways, all right. So the 5 versus the 13, which was what, by the way?
40 Smith & Wesson versus 5.7.
Come on, 5.7.
I'll give you the scores. 49.6 to 49.4.
Are you shitting me?
40 Smith & Wesson pulled it out.
Fuck.
Sunday night when I looked at it. By 0.2. When I looked Sunday night, 5.7 was up by, it was 51 to 49 on Sunday night before I pulled the numbers Monday, before I went to bed. So in between then and there, 40 Smith & Wesson pulled it off. So it is going to be 9mm versus the 40 Smith & Wesson.
That might be the biggest slaughter of the bracket.
And 45 versus 10 mil. And we'll go through the next bracket, and then I will read you the numbers so far that we've got.
All right, because what I want you to do, will you do me a favor? Because I'm not very smart, and I will forget. You don't have to agree so quickly. You don't have to agree so quickly that I'm not smart.
Sorry.
Fuck you. Will you write down what Clover and I's predictions are so we can look back at them next week? That'd be kind of cool. Because I'm pretty sure we were kind of close on most of those. Obviously, missed out on the 10mm. Just saying, write them down somewhere. I can write them down. I've got a pad of paper right here and a pen. I'll write them down. I want to see the predictions of how close we are next week. All right, so let's go to the rifle caliber madness, and let's start there.
So rifle caliber, we've got 5.56 versus 300 blackout.
We know
This-
it's going to go, but how strong did 300 Blackout go with it?
Oh, 300 Blackout was dead in the water. It
Yeah.
was 97-3. 300
Holy
Blackout got its
shit.
ass handed to it.
I mean, I knew they were going to get their ass. I would never have guessed 97-3. Oh my god!
I think we did. I think we
Did we?
said 9. I think we said 90 plus. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Did we? We might have, but
Yeah,
that's
I
just
think
so
so.
surprising. 97 strong though. Oh my
Pains
god!
me, but I think we did say 90 plus. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
look at the amount of
Yeah, we
people.
probably did say 90 plus, but 97 strong. There's a big difference between 90 and 97.
Oh,
my
yeah.
god!
huge difference.
Fluffy, do not go over 40. Please don't do that.
No.
Anyways, next up.
Yeah. Next, we have the 6.5 Creedmoor, which was the 4 seed versus the 5 seed 50 BMG.
Ooh, I think we've all said 6.5 just because of the popularity of it.
Yeah.
This was the closest on the rifle side.
Okay, that's not surprising.
54-46 in favor of the 6.5 Creedmoor.
I think we both said about 55 to 60.
Yeah.
I think that's what Clover and I were saying, that 55
Yeah, I think
to
we
60 range.
I mean, I think we called less than 20. Yeah, less than
Yeah,
20.
we call it less than 20. So yeah. Because I think that 50 is going to get the, how do I put this? The nostalgic, just because it's 50, right?
Yeah.
But 6.5's that popular.
Yeah. So next we have the 3 seed versus the 6 seed, which is 308 versus 30-06. 2 battle rifle cartridges.
I want to say 308, 70 plus.
Yeah, I believe we said 20 plus on that one.
Yeah.
308, 72.
Yeah.
30-06, 28.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Now,
Nothing against 30-aught, but 308 might win the rifle bracket. Just throwing it out there.
Now the final matchup we have is 7.62 by 39 versus 30-30, and that was another slaughtering.
I think we said like 80 plus for 7.62. I think maybe 75 plus or 80 plus. What is it?
I think we called it closer than that.
Oh, did we really? Okay. What was it?
It went 70-30.
Okay,
That's probably about where
it
we
was.
called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about where we called it.
Yeah.
So the matchup for round 3 is the number 1 seed 9mm versus the number 4 seed 40 Smith & Wesson.
9 versus 40. Okay, what's the next?
Yep.
I'll just read them off real quick so I can write them.
Yeah. The number 2 seed 45 ACP versus the number 6 seed 10mm.
Okay.
The rifle side, we've got the number 1 seed 5.56 versus the number 4 seed 6.5 Creedmoor.
Okay.
And then the number 2 seed 7.62 by 39 versus the number 3 seed 308.
Okay. So let's start on the pistol side this time.
Okay.
Number 1 seed is 9mm going against the 40. I think that this one is.
Is he gonna give us current numbers first?
I can give you current. You guys guess, and then I can give you current numbers.
Yeah. I think we guess first. I'm gonna say I want to go 95 plus, but I'm gonna say 90 plus. 90 plus. 90% plus. Clove, what are you saying?
Very low double digits. So under 15.
So you're saying like
85.
57, 58, somewhere in there?
No. I mean off of the hundreds, what I mean. So I mean 85.
Oh, you're saying 85 plus?
I'm gonna be 80.
plus?
I'm gonna say 85 plus. Now probably more like 87 or 89. I think it'll be double digits.
I thought you were saying 15.1.
No.
What the hell?
I'm saying I think it will be double digits, but barely double digits.
Yeah.
So
okay.
no more than 15 off. It won't get any more than 15.
So you're saying at least 85% for
40 won't get any more than 15. That's what I'm saying.
There you go. Perfect. All right.
I'll
What are the early trends real quick?
Early trends right now is 99.5 to 0.5.
Fluffy fucking voted. He's at one vote out there. Fluffy and G23, the only two votes out there.
Yeah.
Foxtrot, you're saying 76 to 44? You're way off, bro. You're way off.
Well, that don't even add up, first of all.
Well, it does if you're. He's Navy, bro. Like, come on. Like, he's going 110%, man. You know?
Right.
Now, I'm gonna
120%, actually.
Right.
Jesus.
Before we go into the other ones, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm predicting 2 upsets this week. I'm predicting that both number 2 seeds will fall.
I think
in
you're
this
fat
round.
shit crazy if you think that the 45
What are
ACP
their number 2?
45 ACP is not going to fall to 10 mil. As much as I'd love it, 45 ain't falling to 10 millimeter. I think it might be close, but it won't.
What are the number 2s? 308 and 45?
No, 45 and 7.62 by 39.
I would agree with
308. 308's going to beat 7.62.
I'm going to agree with Ginger on this.
You think 10's going to beat 45?
Yeah. I mean, it's not
I
about.
hope it does.
It's not about. It's not about how I feel. It's just about people voting and whatnot. Is kind of what I'm going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 55-45 for the 45 ACP. What are you gonna go, Clover? You're going 10 millimeter. What's the spread, you think?
You go 55-45, so 5 point, so 10 point.
10 points. I'm going 55-45 for the 45.
No, that'd be 5
10 points. That's a 10 point. It's 10 point.
Well, it'd be a 5 point swing though, right?
It's a 10 point swing. 55 to 45 is 10 points.
Well, it's true, but yeah, okay, up. I guess you okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more than that.
For 45 or for 10?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 20. It's going to be a 20 plus.
You're going 60. You're going 60% for 10 millimeter.
Yeah, for 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I hope it does. I hope it does.
Yeah, I think so.
These numbers were worse earlier, but now I've got the updated numbers. So here,
trending. Okay.
Trending. Here we go. 52 to 47 in favor of 10 millimeter.
52-47.
I mean, there's some decimal points in there, so I know people are going to say math. Yeah. But 52-47.
That's GOA math.
Yeah.
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 So I hope 10 miller does. I just don't think it will.
That'll increase.
Yeah. I'm not going to be disappointed if that happens. I just, for some reason, I got a feeling 45 is going to do it.
I mean, after last week's watching 5-7 take the lead for most of the week and then 40 coming out of nowhere, it doesn't surprise me if
that sounds like some Biden math there. That's Bidenomics right there.
Yeah.
5.5 rifle 5.56 versus 6.5 Creed. Before we say anything, I will say this: there's not a chance in hell that 6.5 Creed beats 5.56. That said, I do believe this will be the closest race that 5.56 has had to this point. I'm going to say 5.56, and I'm going to say 75-25. I'm going 75-25. Might be more, but I think this will be the closest match that 5.56 is going to have so far. Clover, what about you? 5.56 for 6.5 Creed.
I don't think 6.5 Creed gets that much.
Really? Okay.
I'm gonna go 80. 80-20.
80-20. Oh, interesting. And it's still, I'm going 75, so that's not that far off. Still, to this point, the closest match that 5.56 has had. Not saying much, but it is the closest match. Yeah. Give me some trending numbers, Jen.
99.5 to 0.5.
Shit. Okay. Fuck.
Yep. The number 1 seeds both are holding a 0.5 deficit from 100% of the vote.
Yeah. Jesus. All right. This one could be a fun one, but I don't think it will be. 308, 7.62 by 39. I'm going 308, and I'm gonna say 80%. 80-20 for the 308 versus 7.62 by 39. Clove?
80. You say 80-20. So
80-20.
what was 308 30-06?
308 30-06 was 72-28.
Okay. And what was the
762 versus what was it?
30-30.
30-30. Yeah.
70-30.
About the same. So about the same.
Yeah.
About the same.
You're going what, 80-20?
I'm going 80-20 for 308.
I'm going to be more generous. I'm going to go 70-30.
Are you really? Okay.
Yeah.
70 30. Yeah. I don't. It'll be interesting. Ginger, trending numbers.
762 by 39 has been the weakest number 2 seed of the
It's not a number 2 seed. Let's just be honest.
It is right now 85-15 in favor of 308.
Oh, snap. Which means it'll probably end up being about 75, which is right in the middle between Clover and I. Fluffy says 10 millimeter and 308 all days. He's saying he agrees with you, Ginger. He's saying both 2 seeds are going down. I think that 308 is legitimate 2 seed in the rifle. Just saying.
Right.
Now it is interesting to see that the lowest seed right now in the tournament that's left
13?
is 10 millimeter.
No.
It's 6.
Yeah, 13 was a 5.7 and ended up
7,
getting shafted by 40.
Yeah, the Cinderella story ended. I knew it was not going to beat 9
And I
millimeter.
thought it should have beaten that. I'm just saying it should have.
Well, there were some 40 lovers who hopped in late and
I think that G23 and Fluffy went out there and created alt accounts. I'm just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Prove me wrong.
So that was the closest win of the tournament. Was that 40 over 5.7? I'm going to say this. My prediction right now, I'm going to say 9, 10 mil in the semifinals, 5.56, 308 in the semifinals with a close. 9 mil is going to make it to the final. There's no doubt in my mind. It's gotten 90+% of the vote the last two weeks.
I mean, I think it's been 9 mil versus 5.56. I wouldn't be unhappy if 308 beats 5.56 to take the rifle side, but I don't think it's going to happen. 5.56 is a 9 millimeter of rifles. Let's just be honest, right? You know,
the question comes down to who I could see. Here's my number prediction right now. I'm going to see 9 millimeter in the finals, 90+ until the end. There's no way that no one's going to. There's nothing on there that'll beat them.
So here's the thing. Clover and I disagree. Ginger falls into Clover's side. Not that I'd be unhappy, but the 45 10 millimeter, right? That's gonna be a great battle, one way or the other. It's gonna be a great battle. You're telling me that neither one of those calibers is gonna get more than 10% against 9 millimeter? I think that's wrong. I think 9 millimeter wins. I don't care if it goes up against 45 or 10. In my opinion, I think 9 millimeter still wins, but I think it's like a 75 or 80%. And I don't think it's going to be 90% against either one of those calibers. Maybe I'm just naive, but I think that there's a big contingency out there with 45 and 10 that if you put up against 9, there's going to be some people that are going to vote 10 or 45 over the 9.
I think you got to realize that with every round, you're taking options off the board. That's first.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you've got, so it's going to really depend on what the numbers for 40 as to what 40 is able to do is what I'm going to think on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're right that 9 takes it regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. And I still think it takes it pretty easily, but not. But 90%.
I can see where it does potentially get down into it easily gets down into the double digit, and that 8 and that, 20-ish. Yeah. 80-20 range. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that there's enough people that either
people voting 40.
Yeah.
The people voting 40 are not going to vote 9 when they've got the option of a 10, especially because that's even better than a 40.
It's even better than
a 40. Or a 45 if they have to. They're just not going to do it.
So let's talk about one thing. So 40, it was the 5 seed, not the 4 seed. It beat out the 13 seed 5.7, which beat the 4 seed 380. and then it beat out 44 special. So surprisingly, what I thought the top seeds were going to move on, we've seen some mix up on the pistol side, which was surprisingly. The rifle side has played out exactly like I thought it was going to play out.
I would agree. I would agree that as of this, for the final four, the rifle, those are the four that I probably chose from the very beginning. Yeah. Yeah, I would have never thought that 40 made it this far at all. The other three, I'm okay with. Obviously, 9, 45, and 10. I'm ecstatic that those three made it. I would have thought that the 40 wouldn't have made it. No way the 40 makes it to the final four, in my opinion.
I wouldn't think the 40 would make it to the final four either. I thought it was going to lose.
I didn't think it was going to lose in the first round, honestly. At least the second round, you know.
I knew it was going to probably beat the first round. It was up against 44 special.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
But it was close. It was like 54-46, I believe, with 40.
Yeah.
And again, this is close again. But
yeah.
I can predict right now is what I'm predicting is that I don't think 45 is going to make it past this round, and 10 mil is just going to get destroyed in the semifinal.
I hear what you're saying. I get it, and you very well could be right. I'm saying that no matter who wins the battle between 45 and 10, they're going to give a better run than you think against 9. That's my crystal ball.
Now 9 has had a pretty easy path, to be honest. 357 SIG now.
It's a 1 seed. It's supposed to. It's also the most popular caliber in the world. You know.
Now, who wins the 9 mil versus 5.56 argument at the end of this? Because they're going to face off in the battle.
Who wins, or who do I think should win?
Who wins, and then who you think should win?
I'll let Clover do his thing also. I think 9 will win. I think 5.56 should win. 5.56 is a much, much, much more versatile round. 9mm, yeah, great handgun, absolutely. 5.56, I can put that in a 5.5-inch barreled AR pistol or whatever, and do whatever I want. I can throw it in a 20-inch barrel and go out to 1,000 yards with it. You're not able to do that with a 9mm. Do I think that 5.56 beats 9? No, I do not. Clove, what do you think?
No.
You think 9 wins pretty handily?
80 plus.
I would agree with that. I would say 75 plus. I think there's 5.56 is going to give a strong test. I think it's going to be 75 plus. Do I think it should? I love both of them. 9's going to win. I mean, it is what it is. 50 Beowulf doesn't make the cut. I wish.
Listen, next year we'll do a prediction show. I think it'll go down to the finals. It'll be 54-46.
You think it's going to be that close between 9 and 5.56? I love the fact that you're thinking that. I think you're smoking a lot of fucking dope, but
I think it'll pull it out at the end. 9 mil will pull it out at the end. 54-46.
I think they're going to pull it out. It's going to be 70 plus. Man, I would love to see it go close. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe it does. I mean, I love the 5.56 round. I'm actually. So this is where I'm torn, because if I'm picking with my heart or my mind, right? I think in my mind, I want the 308 to beat, assuming it gets past 762. I want in my heart the 308 to beat the 5.56, right? I don't think it will with my mind, but my heart tells me I want 308 to beat 5.56. Now, here's a problem with that. I think that 5.56 gives 9mm a better run in the vote than 308. I think 308 gets slaughtered against 9mm, but my heart wants 308 to go against 9. Clover, I'm going to go with you. Heart versus mind. Do you want 5.56 and 9mm to, in your heart, do you want those two to go against each other?
Oh, sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay. So you're okay with 5.56 beating 308?
Oh wait, never mind.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't understand what you're asking.
Like, okay, so like in
No, I don't necessarily want to see that matchup. I want.
my heart tells me I
see
want
308.
9 versus 308. My mind tells me it's
Yeah.
going to be 9 versus 5.56. You know.
Oh yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it would be interesting if 10 mil makes the upset. Do we see could we possibly see a 308 10 mil final?
That would be amazing.
If there was an upset.
That would be amazing.
I don't think it will.
I think if there was somehow a 10 millimeter versus a 308, that's going to go down to like the wire. I believe it would. I think that would be a close matchup. I don't think that 45 and 10, my opinion, 45 and 10, once again, are going to give 9 millimeter the best run it's had, but it's not close. My opinion. I think 9 walks with the pistol. I'm not convinced that 5.56 will walk against 308. That's just me.
I don't think.
So Foxtrot, there are. He says, should it be handgun winner in a separate? Yes, there are. It is. It actually is 2 brackets. It's a pistol cartridge and a rifle cartridge. What we're doing is for shits and giggles saying, all right, let's take the winner of each one and put it head to head.
Oh no, they're going head to head.
Oh, they are. I thought you were keeping them separated.
Oh
on the
no.
Side. Oh, okay.
They are separated, so that way, pistol cartridges go against pistol cartridges, rifle cartridges go against rifle cartridges.
And then at the end, you're going to make the battle royale.
The battle royale championship between the two.
Yeah.
That's the only fair way that was the only fair way to do it, because if I put 9 mil against 6.5 Creedmoor and then it had to face 5.56 in the 4th round, like,
why is there an extra hand on your it's your left hand. Okay, that was really weird. Like there was a hand on your thing, your stand over there, and I was like, that's very odd.
Yeah,
but the way it was like on there, it looked like someone from the outside was holding. I was like, what the fuck? All right, Clove, you 10 millimeter versus 308. If that happened, who pulls it out?
10 millimeter 308.
If for some reason 10 millimeter and 308 pull upsets, and they meet in the finals, what do you think happens in that?
10 millimeter takes it. I mean, 308. 308 takes it. Yeah.
You think it's close, or is it?
I don't think. I think it's a 30-point easy.
Really? I think it'd be like a 10-point if that happened. Okay, interesting. We'll find out next week, though, won't we? No. 2 weeks. We'll find out.
At some point, yeah. One of these weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I totally miscalculated. I was like, I'm going to run the final for like 2 weeks and just have people vote out. And then now I realized I did the right math.
You did ginger math and it worked?
Oh, I did something.
Yeah.
Because this ends April 7th. So voting closes technically Sunday night, but I don't get to it until Monday morning when I actually have a chance to sit down.
Yeah.
And get to it. So
gotcha.
That's why things squeeze through. But I will say next year we'll sit down and reseed this. And go back through this again, because there were some complaints, from somebody. But
I thought it was a big complainer.
I thought it was seated perfectly,
and I know I wasn't the only motherfucker that complained.
No, you're not.
No, I'm sure I wasn't. All right. I love this. I love the bracketology. I've got to go fill out some brackets for basketball tonight because the madness starts manana. So hook 'em, baby. Let's. Texas got to play Xavier tomorrow. I need all the support we can get them through the play-in round.
Can we talk about how UNC got in, even though there's so
round?
Yeah, but there's so many better teams that could have got in over UNC.
North Carolina with 20 wins. How the hell are they not going to let that in? Just saying.
Ohio State with 21.
It's North Carolina that has 20 wins. They're getting in.
Oh, it does also. Their AD is on the board.
It's North Carolina. We're talking blue blood. We're talking like the bluest of blood with 20 wins. They're not getting in. They're getting in. So, all right. Ginger, I got to go to Wally World. So we're going to cut this one off in an hour and a half, which I enjoy anyways. But I'm going to give you a couple minutes for the GOA and FLR. So give us a shout at what's going on with both.
Yeah, well, first, Scott, 32 ACP was in the tournament. It was against 45 ACP in the first round.
And it got 99% of the vote or some shit like that.
It got 1% of the vote.
Yeah,
Not even.
It got vaporized, as we said earlier.
Destroyed. So, GOA, I got the gathering this weekend again. If you
what is the link for people to go and vote in
yeah.
Caliber Madness? Throw that out there.
Yeah, let me get back to that page. I had it pulled up and saved earlier, and here we go.
If you want to go Fluffy, you're not allowed to go vote for 40. So he's gonna throw the leak out there, but you can't vote for 40. You gotta vote for 9mm if you're gonna stay up there. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead and vote for that. The prize is awesome. It's 1,000 rounds of either 9mm or 5.56. You choose what you want from AAC Ammo. Again, thank you to them for sponsoring this bracketology nonsense of fun, because I'm enjoying this a ton.
Oh, I love it. It's just fun. It's been a blast.
Oh, this is the most fun I've had with a giveaway yet, or a contest or a voting thing yet. So I'm enjoying it.
A contest of skill. A contest of skill.
So yeah, go ahead and go vote. I will be at the gathering this weekend. And then I've got State of the Second filming right after that. So I literally leave from the gathering and drive to Myrtle Beach. So I might not be on the show next week for beautiful Myrtle Beach, but I will send Trey all the information.
I may or may not be doing a show next week. So I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Might work out fine. I might not be doing a show next week.
I've got a podcast, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the only slot.
Yeah, no. It works out because I think there's something next week that I'm not gonna be able to do anything with anyway. So we're gonna tell you right now, we're not doing a show next week.
I tried to avoid it in this particular guest. Well, had like 3 days this month open.
Yeah, I've got a dinner thing with some friends, and then you're not gonna be here. Ginger's not gonna be here. Fucking Chris isn't gonna be here. Let's just not do a show. So instead of me rushing back to do that from dinner, we're not gonna do a show next week. How about that? Make it easy on everybody. All right, sorry. Super. Go ahead, Ginger.
So GOA side, like I said, I'm going to be at the gathering, going to film State of the Second. Super pumped to go do that again. We also have for FLR, the new video is out on the Bodyguard 2.0. Go check that out. We've done some
fake news
changes on the thumbnails and some other things. Also, the audio kind of messed up, so you can hear it. It's
You're
very
kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. It's the stupid Osmo.
Something messed up with you guys? Yeah.
So we found out like the Osmo has the plug-in extended battery, and it doesn't feed the mics through it when that extended battery drains. So it doesn't like use it as a standard connection. So it cuts the mics out. So we have to keep an eye on that. So Kurt fixed it. The audio it's intense, but it's good. So it's not bad.
It's intense.
It's not. It's intense.
I love it. It's intense audio.
Yeah. It. So go check that out. The video is only 32 minutes long. So we got comparing at the end. That's what.
God.
Hey, I'm still holding on to 15 minutes. People are watching for 15 minutes, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but you're going on for 20 more minutes.
I guess so. If it's a fucking 30-minute video, I guess.
I'm saying like they're saying for 15 minutes, but they're like you're still on for 20 minutes after they fucking leave, dude.
Yeah, the extra 20.
What you should do is do a part 1 and a part 2. No, I'm dead. In all seriousness, for each gun, do a part 1 and a part 2. Do a tabletop discussion with you and Kurt, and a part 2 of doing shooting. 2 15-minute videos. I guarantee you'll probably get more. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, it's
use your end cards or end screens on that. Yeah, and
link
play
them
across.
Link
That's
them.
two totally separate.
You can release them at the same time. Just link them. you know.
Listen, it's not that
Because I'm
bad.
going to watch the shooting, you know, and you can even take the audio. You can take the audio from like the tabletop stuff and dub over like the shooting stuff, so you're getting both, you know, if you wanted to. Anyways,
That's what we're doing right now. It's the only issue. So what happened was the last 10 minutes of that video or 15 minutes of that video was us discussing the bodyguard versus other guns, and that just went way too long.
yeah, because no one
So-
gives a shit.
Well, it is what it is.
Just
It is what it is. But
Cut it and leaving it on the editing room floor, you know. You
Hey,
ain't
or
afraid of-
or
afraid
do
to cut
that,
shit
but
out.
then, or do that and release it later on as editor's cut. What we compare the bodyguard to against other guns. Do that like an editor's cut. A
Oh
director's
man,
cut
some
later
of
on.
that. Are you monetized yet?
yeah, we're
Yeah,
monetized.
yeah.
Shit, use that for like memberships or members only. Do like the cutting room floor, the extended stuff that rambles y'all go on, and flip that over to members only and start pushing your members only.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, we've made a whopping $1.70 off of that video so far.
Imagine you could make $4 next time. Just
Well, you can make $3 easy a pop on your
Mhm.
memberships.
if you start giving exclusive stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
There you go.
Anyway,
Just thought.
so-
All right. Anyways,
There you go. That's it
Appreciate
for me.
you.
We've got
Hey.
another video coming up next. What is it? Next Tuesday, we're gonna have a new product launch from a company.
okay.
Next Tuesday.
When you heading out to a gathering? Thursday? Wednesday?
Thursday.
Be safe. I'm sure I'll talk
will
to you.
try.
But
Yeah.
just be safe. Publicly, I want to say I hope you're safe. Privately, I hope you get fucking thrashed on the side of the road. I'm just kidding.
Listen, I gotta drive from Greenville.
That's fucking entirely possible in
It
South
is.
Carolina.
Ginger in South Carolina on those roads. Yeah, you're getting fucked up over there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I gotta. I'm packing a gun this time. I'm not fucking with it,
You
especially
should.
that long
You
drive.
need to pack fucking
Hey,
extra tires on those roads over there.
if you see the jacked up El Camino dually thing,
Say
wave
hi.
at the dude for me, please.
Will do.
That was the greatest car ever. A jacked up fucking dually. El
Four-wheel
Camino.
drive dually El Camino with smokestacks.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fucking beautiful.
beautiful.
On a street called like Bob's Church Road or some shit, you know. There's all sorts of weird ass road names down there. But, all right, Chloe, what you got going? You've been pushing out, so don't give it away. I really was looking forward to last night the guy with guns and bikes.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch that because I was really interested in that. I didn't have time. I checked in to say hi, but I didn't have time to listen. I do actually was very interested in listening to that. As much as I hate bikes, I love talking bikes. But I know you've been like crazy busy, man. What's going on with the podcast?
Didn't talk much bikes, unfortunately. So
Oh, you
if you're
didn't?
wanting
Damn,
bike
'cause
chat,
I-
you're not going to get a whole lot. Yeah.
All right, well, that's good.
He
I
does
mean,
kinda
he's still
talk
like
about-
an interesting guy though.
So he talks about a little bit, I think, about the accident, about losing his leg, and
But that's
about how
about
that's
it.
affect shooting and stuff. But like
Sure.
he's a different channel, kind of does news and a lot of things like that, and like he doesn't get to like interact with like the gun space
Gotcha.
and all of that. So
So
he had
wanted to
a
talk
bunch of-
guns.
yeah, he wanted to talk guns, right?
That's
Because he
okay,
didn't get to
that's
do that.
okay.
So it's like I indulged him. Like it's
Yeah,
my show's all about the conversation and where the guests want to go. So
that's it. That's it.
we didn't get, maybe next time have him on again and talk about bikes a little bit. But he's got a pretty interesting story. Man, this week is jam packed, dude. Like I filmed and dropped a video on
Yeah, you
talking
dropped
about
the
muzzle
size
flip.
matters video earlier.
Yeah, on muzzle flip using 380s of all things.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ginger.
The size matter, whatever you said, like that. Oh shit, here we go.
But doing some muzzle flip kind of testing and playing around with some things. And today was really the only day I could drop it because tomorrow is SDS. The day
Okay.
after that on the podcast, the day after that's EAA.
Okay.
And let's see. Yeah. And the day after that is Mark from Fit and Fire.
Nice.
So I
There you
got
go.
like 3 in a fucking row, man.
Yeah. God, I hope you're not working too hard.
I'm not.
For you, that's
gonna
burn the
slack
midnight oil.
I'm gonna slack off elsewhere. It's all good.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You're gonna make up for it. I get it. I get
Right.
it. Yeah. I have still yet to put a video out since before shot, so I'll get to it. I promise you. I gotta get my life calmed down a little bit. I'm enjoying some time off on weekends. Not even thinking about going to the range, but I am going to get to the range and do some stuff. But I'm enjoying my life right now. I hope everybody appreciates that and understands that. So I spent 22 years. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy my life, but I get to enjoy my life a little bit. So I'm taking full advantage of it while the weather's starting to get nicer out here. But it's been shitty this winter. So if you follow my private Instagram, then you're all very aware that I cannot wait for summertime. This winter has been brutal. So I'm ready for warm weather. I'm ready for all that. So we'll have fun with it. Once again, thank you to HRT Tactical. Go check them out. Thank you to Valiant Dynamics. Go check out the Evolver stock. Thanks to both of them. Thank you for Ginger and Clover for coming on. Check out Gun Owners of America, gunowners.org. Go check out Fully Loaded Reviews over on YouTube's. Go check out clovertech.com. He's going to have his links to his podcast, to his YouTube, everything. He's got 17 different fucking projects going on. Clovertech.com and all of that. Go check out our stuff because there is no stuff except for the weekly podcast right now. We will get back in the flow of things. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Get to the range. Be more proficient with your firearms. Keep in touch with everything that's going on with local, state, and federal 2A laws. A great place to find that stuff is gunowners.org. But more importantly, just enjoy your freedoms of being American. We will see you next week. Semper Fi.